Hello everybody. This is my newest contraption. And man, has this been a hell of a contraption to get set up. This is what I have decided to make for cleaning the outputs from oil in the distillation tower. If we look up oil, uses of oil, and you go to the distillation tower, these are the 4 products that you get out. And if you notice, their names all say sulfuric, which means that they have to be cleaned. And they all get cleaned the same way with hydrogen, and an empty cell makes hydrogen sulfide and whatever the main output is you are trying to get. So each one of these is set up coming off of the outputs. There's 2 on each side, staggered. Can you get this cleaned out? No, not completely. That doesn't go there. That's not part of my setup. Let me climb up here, give you another look at it. You can see this one's up here, that one's down there, and then the next one is down there, and then the bottom one is way down there. I put these barrels in here, or these drums in here, basically as a buffer, just to make it so if something happens on the processing line over here, that I can see color and know that I need to take the oil off because something is not going through properly. So here's the naphtha that I've made so far. Here's the refinery gas, light fuel, and heavy fuel up there. Basically, each one of these chemical reactors are doing the purifying. This is the sulfuric heavy fuel, the sulfuric light fuel, the naphtha, and the refinery gas is here. Then the hydrochloric, whatever the heck it's called, this stuff, hydrogen sulfide, that's what it is. That gets piped in. That's what this pipe and this pipe are, is taking these and inserting them here. One sec, I gotta turn my master sound down. These things are noisy when you get a bunch of them running together. But basically, they take the hydrogen sulfide cells out of, there's a pump, a conveyor cover on each one of the, on the top of that one, bottom of that one, same on that side. Puts it in here, that runs it through. There's water pipe right here in this wood box. And it makes an empty cell and sulfuric acid. And the sulfuric acid comes back here with the empty cells. And so far, every now and then, I'm having to put a empty cell in here. I need to keep an eye on it and see exactly how it's, going to keep going, because eventually I should get all of these full of empty cells, but I've got to get enough in the system for it to be full. The sulfuric acid comes over here. When it gets 7 of them, it'll make hydrogen, sulfur, oxygen and empty cells. And I put 2 barrels here, which are locked to sulfur and oxygen cells. See, right now it's got it 7, so it's running. The hydrogen and the empty cells will go through this big upside down horseshoe pipe I've got here, and that injects the hydrogen and the empty cells into each one of these reactors. The only thing I don't like about this setup is this pipe right here that I need for getting the sulfuric acid out and back into here, because it keeps me from being able to get to that one to check it. But if everything is running fine, then it should be fine, as long as this barrel doesn't start filling up. If that barrel starts filling up, then I know I need to pop this off and check it. And these here that I'm throwing in are extras we had from the old line. If you remember, back over here in this corner, we used to have a Teflon and or plastic. I can't remember if we had both set up here, if it was just Teflon set up here. And XAR basically stripped it out today, except for the wire and the pipes apparently. And we're going to put it over here with this setup. What I'm getting ready to set up now is 2 more chemical reactors. They are for making nitro diesel. That's not the one I need. And see, if I look up this one, it only shows these recipes. But if I look up nitro diesel, which is this one, it's got glycerol right there. And then it shows me these recipes. So it's definitely not the same, but for some reason I'm messing up, or it's messed up how I'm looking it up. But anyways, this is the main component that I'm going to need made, which is just carbon and nitrogen. I've learned that he's made nitrogen very important in the later game. So I'm going to set up another one of these over here, but I'm going to have to run another line off of here, because if I take these out of here, I have a medium voltage transformer right there. So I'm going to have to go get some medium voltage cable, which I got right here, and put that in here to run off of. And this is going to basically be a 2-part setup. There's 2 different things that I need to actually do this for. One is for the nitro diesel, which is a great way of fueling your base if you can get the nitrogen. And it's just that glycerol and a fuel cell or a diesel cell. So you can use light fuel and glycerol. Let's see, diesel, light fuel cell, glycerol makes nitro diesel, and that's what we're going to do right there. The other thing that you can do with this is make dynamite. And dynamite can be used to make things in the implosion compressor. If you don't have industrial TNT or regular TNT, you can do this. And some people like to use sticky dynamite for mining, because I do believe sticky dynamite does not break ores. It doesn't explode anything to the point that it will lose it. It may have enough blasting that it'll break them, but it doesn't destroy them. Alright, so I'm going to have to go and get that low voltage transformer that's over here. And basically, when I get all done with this setup, I'm going to have just about everything that you can make off of oil on this one setup, or at least everything we need. We're going to have a plastic line set up. We're going to have a Teflon line set up. We're going to have TNT, industrial TNT, all that different stuff set up basically off of here. And in a second, I will show you what I have planned for the heavy fuel up there. Okay, there's that. Now I can run another line off of here, and that'll give me plenty to do this. And I should be able to run 4 lines off and be okay. Actually, I probably will only do like 3, because one of them's needed for that. And actually, I think one's going into this one, so I might only do 2. But right now, the main thing we need is to do the nitro. I need to go get some of these wood covers. I hope XAR finds a better texture to use than these spruce wood covers he's got. That kind of fits in with our design here a little better. But this is what he's currently using, so this is what I'm using. Alright, so first thing we needed was nitrogen and water. We've got water right there, so I'll just extend this line over to here. So let's put this one here, and then that'll leave all of this that I can cut out for the water line. Get rid of his goofy half slabs. Drive me nuts. Not half slabs. His goofy slabs that drive me nuts. Alright, there we go. Hang on, fences. Need to get them out of my inventory. I've been going down doing some mining where we got a mine shaft, and when I find fences I always grab them, because you never know when you're going to need them, and it's kind of waste to leave them in the world and then need to cut down a tree to make them. Might as well recycle them and use them. Alright, so that'll have the water coming in there. And now I just got to put the nitrogen in there. And we have one way right now that we're making nitrogen. And that is all the ender lilies that are out here. We just come out here, go through, break them off, and then we stick them into a barrel, and when the barrel gets full, then we throw them all in the pulverizer, pulverize them up, and that then turns into ender pearl dust. And it looks like we actually got 3 extra again. It seems like if you put these on end stone, not only do you get them growing faster, but you also have a chance of them doubling, because I think we started this little bed thing he's got here with like 1 or 2 of these little beds, and we've grown to 6 full beds now, and restarted over there with even more. So eventually you end up with all kinds of ender lilies. Daggone it. Ran out of ender lilies, and now I'm wasting my ender pearls. And I don't know what is up with these forestry farms, but they really should have a little bit bigger of a grab radius, I guess I want to call it, because they make the biggest freaking mess. We have saplings dropping all over the daggone place all the time because of these 2 farms that we have, and it's just a pain in the ass that you can't come walking through here without picking up half an inventory's worth of damn saplings. And I don't remember having this big of a problem before when I had a tree farm. I don't know why it seemed to have gotten worse, but it really seems like it has. And apparently we didn't get any extra that time, because I only got 3. And I had 3 that I picked up out of that box. So I'll bring these in here, and we got this nice little box right here. We have another barrel sitting right here that's full, but I'm basically keeping it as a backup just to see how far we actually go with this, if one run of these will last us, and then if it doesn't, then I can always get more. But we can, harvest those a couple times a day, and I got 3,000 nitrogen there, and I've still got 13,300 up here, which is running for my nitrate setup here that makes nitric acid, which is part of making TNT. And then it's also used to get that sludge stuff. Alright, so I'm going to need to take this and bring it over here. Oh, he's trying to sleep. I don't think Vic can sleep. I think he's out mining. And let's see. So I'll put this over here for now. Now, did this need it in cells, or I'm going to have both of them in barrels. So I can pump one in and sell one in. So now, what in the heck is this one? It's the same stuff. Yeah. It just has a different name when it's in a cell, apparently. Alright. But this is where I need the nitrogen. So it needs to be in cells. So actually, I might as well just run this back. Was that XAR just flew by? He made a quantum suit, so he's flying all over the place. I might as well just put this back here. And I always have extra cells up here. Oh, I need 30. I got 30 in here, not 3. I missed a 0. And now it's going to turn to oxygen, because as always, there's oxygen in there. I've been running pyrope through, so I've been getting a lot of oxygen out. Alright, so we put these in here, and now we just got to go get a bit of carbon. Do believe I have some carbon in here. Yes, I do. And bring this out here, and then that'll make my glycerol. And I'm actually going to have to make another chemical reactor if I'm going to make dynamite, which with as expensive, well, not really expensive, but as hard as nitrogen is to get, because there is other ways of doing it, but like, you know, in my single player world, I do liquid fuel, but here we decided to go this way for now. So if I do this, that'll bring the glycerol up here and put it into here, and then I can just get a canning machine to bring the light fuel over and put it in. Let me tell XAR. Since I'm stuck looking at your butt. Ain't he spiffy in his new suit? This thing is slow. It takes forever. This is the one reason I could see for making a advanced or advanced 2 chemical reactor when you don't really need one, because this reaction takes forever. And as usual, he ain't paying attention to chat. He ain't even gonna say hi to y'all. This thing still ain't done. Okay, it's got its first one done, so we'll do the fluid output. That'll put that up here. And then let me grab a couple of these and put them in here. And that'll make the nitro diesel. Now the nice thing about this is it takes 1 and it gives you like 5 if I remember correctly. Oh, he changed it. It used to be like 5. Now it's only 1 1/4. Holy crap, that stinks. So I'm only going to do 4 of them, which will give me 5. Actually, it may not have changed it. It may have been that you put 4 of these in and 1 of these, and he split it. But I remember it used to be like 5 that you got from one thing, so that might be what it is. And then all I'll need to do now is put a drum on the back here, or a pipe coming out to a canning machine, or I can put the pipe on it and run it right over to a diesel generator over here. Probably put it right there, and then we'll have our gas turbine, our diesel generator for ethanol, which we've got tons of now, and then one for nitro diesel. And the reason why I only did 5 of these is because I might actually move this up 1. If I end up making dynamite, I'm going to need some glycerol out of there, so I'm going to put a pipe in between them. But that's what I've been doing today. Thought I'd bring you in here on the server and show you what's been going on and what I've been working on, because this is something I'm going to be doing in my single player world eventually once I get moved, but it's going to be a little bit before I actually get it done probably. And this way you guys can basically see the next step before I actually get there. And you never know, I might set this contraption up different when I do it in single player. So, and I'll actually build all of this in single player so you can see how I did it. And I don't, I won't take pictures from here and copy it over. I'll set it up all freehand, and by the time I get there, I'll probably forget. I do want to show you one last thing before I leave. We had an issue over here at the gas station earlier. I was working on that, and I got to the back side of it, and my frames dropped really, really low. I couldn't figure out why. I went down to 1 frame a second. And the problem was that down here, this barrel had gotten completely full, and all of these seeds that are in these barrels were sitting right here at the end of the conveyor, and it was lagging me out. So right now some things are not running, or not running properly because it's out of seeds. I actually disconnected the line going to the assembler here, and I'm just injecting these seeds back in. And then once they get injected back in, this will turn back on and everything will run properly. But we've got enough ethanol over there that it's not a major issue. Sounds like I got a zombie outside somewhere. But I think XAR did this, I'm not sure. They're one of them nasty creepers I don't like. Basically, he's testing if 2 centrifuges fed by watermelon making methane will be able to fuel itself and give off extra to run over at the base. And so far it looks like it's doing just fine. The only thing that we need to do now, because like I said, I think this is XAR doing this, I'm not sure because I wasn't on this morning, is we need to get the macerator that we had over here, and we need to get it set up off of this line to get out of that water, butthead. Here, shut up. I don't know where your creeper friend went, but he needs to go away. That spider's down there in my hole, I think. Let's see, it comes in, it feeds out, but we gotta do something about these, and the best way to do that is to macerate them. We just so far have been taking them over there and macerating them. I've actually got quite a few barrels sitting over there that I've already macerated. Let me go ahead and sleep for him. Everybody on this server is so scared at nighttime, I swear I gotta sleep all the time. Come on, you wanna sleep or not? Going. Okay. I ain't sleeping then. Tired of waiting. But that's basically what I wanted to show you. And that's what I got for today. And I will see you guys next time. If you have any questions on how I set any of this up, let me know. And I'll be glad to help you out. And take it easy, everybody.